Okay,
On the agenda, you have the minutes for the March 31, 2020 special call meeting. And if you don't have time to review those minutes, so do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the March 31st meeting.
Motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Second to approve the minutes for the March 31, 2020 special call meeting. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign? Okay, minutes are passed. We have two items on the agenda. The first item is the adoption of an ordinance amending official zoning map of Calvert City to amend the zoning district applicable to 7.7283 acres of property owned by the city of Calvert, located on the north side of West 2nd Street, approximately 0.4 of a mile plus or minus west of Kentucky Highway 95 in Calvert City, Kentucky, from an R4 to a C zone. Greg?
whereas the Calvert City Planning Commission has considered an amendment of the official zoning map proposed by the city council to affect 7.7283 acre property owned by the city of Calvert City located on the north side of West 2nd Street, approximately 0.4 miles plus or minus west of Kentucky Highway 95, south of the P&L Railroad line, and between Gary Johnson Road and Arkansas Street in Calvert City, such area being more particularly identified on the proposed zoning map and track description attached here to. And whereas due process was afforded all interested parties in accordance with the provisions of KRS Chapter 100, and whereas the Planning Commission has made a written summary of the evidence, findings of fact, and recommendations of the City Council recommending the proposed zoning map amendment, and whereas the City Council has determined that the existing zoning classification given to the property is inappropriate and the proposed zoning classification is appropriate, and whereas the City Council has noted that in order to maintain clarity and facilitate simplicity and interpretation of the official zoning map of the city, the proposed amendment should be reflected in a revised official zoning map in accordance with the provisions of Article 10.2 of the Calvert City zoning ordinance. Now therefore be it ordained by the City of Calvert City, Commonwealth of Kentucky, that the official zoning map presented to the City Council and bearing an adopted date of today, April 7th, 2020, be and hereby is adopted as the official zoning map of the city. That's the reading.
Now this is the adoption. Do I have a motion to adopt?
Make a motion to adopt.
Have a
Second.
motion, do I have a second?
I second.
Linda, will you call roll, please?
Councilman Stokes,
Yes.
Councilman Babcock,
Yes.
Councilman Rao is absent. Councilman Harrington, absent. Councilman Hale,
Yes.
Councilman Colburn.
Yes.
The motion is adopted. The second item is a reading for the adoption of the ordinance amending the official zoning map of Calvert City to amend 2.7524 acres of property owned by United Electrical Contractors LLC from an R4 to a B2 zone.
Jeremy, can your microphone, I think, is turned off. There you go.
Yes, I can hear.
Okay. Whereas the Calvert City Planning Commission has considered an amendment of the official zoning map proposed by the city of Calvert City to affect a 2.7524 acre property owned by United Electrical Contractors LLC and located on the north side of West 2nd Street, approximately 190 feet east of Gary Johnson Road, south of the P&L Railroad line, and between Gary Johnson Road and Arkansas Street in Calvert City, Kentucky, such area being more particularly identified on the proposed zoning map and track description attached here to, and whereas due process was afforded all interested parties in accordance with the provisions of KRS Chapter 100. And whereas the Planning Commission has made a written summary of the evidence, findings of fact, and recommendation to the city recommending the proposed zoning map amendment, and whereas the City Council has determined that the existing zoning classification given to the property is inappropriate and the proposed zoning classification is appropriate, and whereas the City Council has noted that in order to maintain clarity and facilitate simplicity and interpretation of the official zoning map of the city, the proposed amendment should be reflected in a revised official zoning map in accordance with the provisions of Article 10.2 of the Calvert City zoning ordinance. Now therefore be it ordained by the city of Calvert City, Commonwealth of Kentucky, that the official zoning map presented to the City Council and bearing an adopted date of April 7, 2020 be and hereby is adopted as the official zoning map of the city.
Now this is for the adoption. Do I have a motion to adopt?
I'll make
Make the motion to adopt.
I have a motion to adopt. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Glenda, call roll.
Councilman Colburn,
Yes.
Councilman Hale,
Yes.
Councilman Harrington is absent. Councilman Rao,
Yes.
Councilman Babcock,
Yes.
Councilman Stokes.
Yes.
The motion is adopted. That's all the items on the agenda. Thank you very much for your attendance.
I just on another note, Ashland has provided the fire department and police department with 7 gallons of hand sanitizer each.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Excellent.
Our department says
Right.
thank you, Kevin.
Good deal. Are we going to have a meeting Monday, or we're just going to cancel our regular meeting?
We'll cancel our regular meeting because of the quarantine, and we'll reschedule that once the quarantine is lifted.
Good deal.
Okay. Guys, be
Everybody-
careful.
Everybody have a great day.
All right, y'all too.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Follow the
Bye.
rules. Follow the rules. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.